Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Astika with NPM 23316054. I'm from Computer Engineering 23A. Here I will explain about scalar quantity. Understanding scalar quantities. A scalar quantity is a quantity that only has value or magnitude without being influenced by direction. If direction is still taken into account, then the quantity is scaled a vector quantity. An easy example is when you are asked to buy rice as in the opening of this article. The explanation of 20 kilograms certainly sound very clear. You don't need to ask the direction of the mass. It's different if you are asked to throw the ball at a speed of 20 m/s. Where is the ball thrown? For example, 20 m/s up, down, north, or south. Characteristics of scalar quantities. The characteristics of scalar quantities are as follows. Just have value or big, not influenced by direction. There is no need for a special description like vector quantities. Next, examples of scalar quantities. One example of a scalar quantity is temperature. Temperature is the degree of hotness and cold of an object. When stating temperature, you only need to state the value. For example, the temperature of boiling water is 100 Celsius. Derajat Celsius. This means that the temperature of boiling water only has one value without any temperature component in the x-axis or y-axis direction. Next, about scalar quantity formula. The formula for a scalar quantity depends on the type of quantity. This is because the formula for each quantity is not the same. The types of scalar quantities are as follows. Scalar quantities including three sizes. As for those that include principal quantities but are scalar in nature are as follows. Like does not have a specific formula because this quantity is a basic quantity that can stand alone. The unit of like is meters or m. Mass does not have a specific formula because this quantity is a basic quantity that can stand alone. The unit of mass is kilogram or kg. Time does not have a specific formula because this quantity is a basic quantity that can stand alone. The unit of times is second, or as temperature does not have a specific formula because this quantity is a basic quantity that can stand alone. The unity of temperature is Kelvin. Electric current strength is a scalar quantity as well as a fundamental quantity. The Therefore, there is no specific formula regarding this quantity. Switch quantities are included as derivative quantity. The scalar quantity derivative from basic quantities are as follows. R is the product of leg and leg. The formula for the scalar quantity R is 2x leg, a leg, x width or side x side. Pressure or pressure is produced by the division between force and course. Sectional area. The pressure formula is P or F or A. Energy has various formula. This is because there are various types of energy. Formula example potential energy has the formula F mxgxh. Kinetic energy A K 1 or 2 mv2. Work or V. Work is the result all multiplying the force and the distance on an object travels. The work's formula is V Fx. Okay, this is my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jenis massa atau P. Massa jenis atau biasa disebut densitas merupakan hasil pembagian antara massa dan volume. Secara matematis, rumus massa jenis adalah P sama dengan M per V. Selanjutnya, volume. Volume merupakan besaran yang diturunkan dari besaran pokok. Namun demikian, volume hanya dimiliki nilai saja tanpa disertai arah. Rumus volume tidaklah sama, bergantung pada jenis bangunnya. Selanjutnya, jarak. Jarak merupakan besaran yang menunjukkan panjangnya lintasan yang sudah dilalui satu benda. Misalnya, jarak tempuh motor, jarak tempuh mobil, dan seterusnya. Nah, selanjutnya perbedaan besaran turunan dan besaran vektor. Perbedaan antara besaran skalar dan besaran vektor terletak pada ada tidaknya arah. Pada besaran skalar, arah tidak berpengaruh. Sementara itu, pada besaran vektor, arah sangat berpengaruh. Lantas, apa penerapan besaran skalar dalam kehidupan sehari-hari? Yang pertama, waktu untuk menyatakan lama tidaknya suatu kejadian. Yang kedua, ada masa untuk menyatakan jumlah keseluruhan materi suatu benda. Selanjutnya, untuk tekanan untuk menyatakan besaran gaya yang bekerja pada luas penampang tertentu. Selanjutnya, volume untuk menyatakan jumlah suatu zat yang menempati sebuah ruangan. Selanjutnya, panjang menyatakan untuk ukuran suatu benda. Energi menyatakan besaran usaha yang bekerja pada suatu benda. Selanjutnya, kuat arus listrik untuk menyatakan banyaknya muatan yang mengalir di tiap penghantar. Selanjutnya, daya untuk menunjukkan kebutuhan energi suatu perangkat elektronik. Nah, kesimpulannya, dari pembahasan di atas disimpulkan bahwa besaran skalar tidak melibatkan keberadaan arah. Oleh sebab itu, operasi besaran ini bisa dilakukan seperti operasi bilangan pada umumnya. Meskipun hanya memiliki nilai, penerapan besaran ini sering kita jumpai dalam kehidupan sehari-hari. Sepertinya membeli beras, memasang instalasi listrik, mengukur panjang benda, mengukur kuat arus listrik, dan sebagainya.